Ministerial conference taking place in Beijing. Our reporter Li Qiuyuan went to the city of Yiwu in East China's Zhejiang province to see how African merchants are doing business in China.
The spirit of Africa is spreading in China.
Here at the largest commodity market in the city of Yiwu in East China's Zhejiang province, the African Trade Center is definitely an eye-catching spot. Now, almost all African countries have their space to set up shops either for retail or wholesale. Let's go take a look.
Giselle came to Yiwu about a year ago from Cameroon when the African Trade Center first opened. She was a very successful businesswoman back in Cameroon, owning multiple stores, and is now expanding her business in China, selling handmade African decor and furniture.
This mask from Bamileke, my country na Bamileke, West Cameroon.
Excited to show me around, she told me her customers include members from a collectors association, African art fans, and retailers from all across China. For her, this store opens up the entire Chinese market.
People from Beijing come here, Yiwu come here, Guangzhou come here, Xi'an come here, every country for Chinese come here.
Fatima owns the Senegal shop, a few stores next to Giselle's. Before he came to Yiwu, he was in Ningbo, a close-by city in Zhejiang province, for a year doing export business.
All this one is from my country, is by hand.
His entire family now lives in Yiwu, and all of them have fell in love with the city.
My younger brother speaks very well for Chinese.
To many Africans, Yiwu is a quite familiar name. The city's commodities have been exported to 53 African countries and territories. And now, with African business merchants having the chance to sell their products in China, the two sides' private sectors are getting closer than ever.
While the 5th Forum on China-Africa Cooperation Ministerial Conference is being held in Beijing, the cooperation between China and Africa is not limited to these high-level officials. Here at the world's largest commodity market in the city of Yiwu, you can see African merchants selling authentic African products. The cooperation is already seen in the private sector, as well as a people-to-people exchange.
Many African merchants also choose to work with Chinese partners, and have learned to adjust to the local market as well. The Yiwu International Trade Mart also helped greatly, from getting visas to renting apartments for them to stay, and not to mention the favorable lease policy.
We offer African merchants free rental for the first 3 years operating in the market. So far, there are 33 shops from 23 African countries in the African Trade Center since it opened in May 2011, and 12 more shops are applying.
For African merchants like Giselle and Fatima, China is a land full of opportunities. As they gradually build up their customer base, they're also looking ahead to an even brighter future. Li Qiuyuan, Cctv, Yiwu, Zhejiang province.
Well, for more on this, let's talk to our reporter Li Qiuyuan in East China's Yiwu city. Hello, Qiuyuan. Tell us why Yiwu is such a hotspot for African businessmen.
Yes, sure. As I mentioned before, this trade mart in Yiwu is the world's largest commodity market. It has more than 60,000 shops selling products from clothing, accessories to home appliance and textile and many, many more. Now, the African Trade Center is located right here in the 5th district of this magnificent international trade center. And now in one of the stores from Sudan, and this is the owner, Jack. So 你们的店里面什么东西卖的比较好？
肯定黑的，黑木很贵。
你的中文讲得很好，你什么时候来？
还可以不是非常好。我来中国差不多1年不到，我去读书在金华学校。
That's amazing. Thank you. Now, he just told me that he came to China about a year ago. He studied in the city of Jinhua, and in his store, products made by Blackwood sells very well. It's very popular. So just like this store, there are 23 countries have set up their shop in this trade center, and 12 more shops are applying. This is part of the project that's proposed by China on the 4th Forum on China-Africa Cooperation Ministerial Conference. bonds, among other commitments to boost China-African trades. Policy has been very supportive. All they need is a accreditation letter from an African country's embassy, as well as 50,000 RMB deposit. For the first 3 years operating in the market, there's no rental fee, no charge whatsoever. So the trade market is also helping them promoting their business in a lot of trade exhibitions to get more exposure. Back to you.
Our reporter Li Qiuyuan in East China's Yiwu City. You're watching News Hour on CCTV News. Coming up. No consensus. A Western-backed resolution on Syria is rejected by the Security Council after vetoes from Russia and China. And Syrian President Bashar al-Assad swears in new defense minister in his first appearance since the bombing of the National Security Building.